This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Man, I'm ready, sir. What's your name?
My name is Todd Anthony Wilson.
And so you actually knew Brother Bernard Powell?
Personally, met him through a gentleman by the name of Chester Walker, thanks to my mother.
So can you tell us a little bit about this brother right here?
The brother was a very, very positive brother. I got introduced him, like I said, through Chester Walker, through my mother, which was through SAC 20 in the 70s. Wow. Is how far back I go with this gentleman here. As I got older, I got to learn more about him, even up to the point to where he became deceased. Wow. But I've always followed this gentleman because he was such a positive influence on many black people here in Kansas City, Missouri. And where we stand is right across the street from the house that I known the brother from.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you would like to know about this brother?
Can you tell like a story to illustrate how great he was? Like any story, personal story you have?
He was all for the black. The black movement was his thing, man. He stood up for all black causes, man. This stuff that's going on today is uncalled for. And I wish they stop it, because a brother of this nature would not allow that to carry on or go on.
That's right.
And my people's calling me right now.
Oh, I appreciate it. So what's your name again?
I'm Todd Anthony. They call me T.A., but they call me a bunch of things. But just don't call me late.
All right, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, man. God bless you.
Welcome, family. This is Brother Ron, R2C2H2, the artivist. I'm currently standing in front of the Bernard Powell Memorial, dedicated to a freedom fighter in the Kansas City Black Civil Rights Movement. Brother was assassinated April 8th, 1979. This memorial is actually located nearby his home, across from his home. And who is Bernard Powell, you may ask? If you think about Chicago had Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. of the Black Panther Party. In a way, Brother Bernard Powell was a Fred Hampton Sr. for Kansas City. He was taken away at a far too young age of 32, but he truly left his mark in the minds of his people and also on the white power structure. He was very much a rising star in the movement, coming right out of high school, I believe out of Central High School here in Kansas City. He was a leader of CORE in this region. He also started a grassroots organization, social justice organization known as the Social Action Committee of 20, or SAC 20. Brother had a lot of ambition. He was a true public servant for the people. And I actually was made aware of this brother actually this past weekend while I've been visiting Kansas City. Had a chance to talk to the KC historian, Brother Sonny Gibson, and he told me something about Brother Bernard Powell, like how much of a man he was, a great man, a great humanitarian, humanitarian, and also a fighter for the people. He actually was killed by a brother named Jackie Robinson. From my understanding, the brother served about 25 years in prison, and he's now a local minister in Kansas City, which is very interesting. But if you think about it, from a historical point of view, the white power structure has always used black folks to do in other black people. If you think about what happened to Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. in Chicago when he got assassinated by the Chicago Police Department December 4th, 1969, while he laid in his bed next to his pregnant fiancee, who his namesake will be born December 29th, 1969. He was set up actually by his bodyguard, William O'Neill, who was an FBI informant. If you think about Brother Marcus Garvey, our greatest masked black leader, who was born August 17th, he actually was set up by other black leaders and other black people. As a matter of fact, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, J. Edgar Hoover hired the first black FBI agent, known as Agent 800, who was a homicide detective for the Washington, D.C. Police Department, as well as a decorated World War I veteran, to try to neutralize Marcus Garvey. Matter of fact, there were several black FBI agents that infiltrated Marcus Garvey's United Negro Improvement Association and was able to bring him down on fraudulent charges of mail fraud, which got him deported. And currently his family is launching a drive to try to get him pardoned by the system. But Marcus Garvey didn't do anything wrong but try to empower his people. It's the system that is guilty as hell. Just in the case of Brother Bernard Powell, it's the system that's guilty as hell. From my understanding, from what I read, he wanted to become the first black governor of Missouri. I didn't call it Missouri. I didn't call it Missouri. I call it Missouri. He wanted to become the first black governor, from my understanding. But they took him out at 32. Just like you look at St. Louis, which is 4 hours away on 70, they took out the brother named Homer G. Phillips, who basically led a successful campaign to get the city of St. Louis to allocate funds to build a proper black hospital in St. Louis back in the 1920s. He was actually assassinated by brothers while on his way to work back in 1931, but he was able to get that money allocated to build City Hospital number 2, which became known as Homer G. Phillips Hospital, which was an incubator, probably the largest training place for black doctors and nurses in the world at one point. As a matter of fact, at one point, the chief surgeon and director of Homer G. Phillips Hospital was Henry Hampton Sr., who is the father of Brother Henry Hampton Jr., who is the visionary and creator of the Eyes on the Prize civil rights documentary series. So I'm glad to be standing here to pay homage to a brother like Brother Bernard Powell, because he paved the way for so many people, but he's also a true unsung. I don't know how many people in Kansas City are very much aware of this brother as time marches on, but it's brothers like him and another brother, KC Connections, Brother Leon Jordan, that really opened the way for black power to have a seat at the table of politics in this country. Unfortunately, we don't have any Bernard Powells left in this movement of ours, this new generation of the movement with the Black Lives Matter. With all due respect, there is no Bernard Powells. There are no Fred Hampton Seniors. There are no Marcus Garveys on the scene right now to direct the people to where they need to go. This is why they take out people like Brother Bernard Powell at 32, Brother Fred Hampton Sr. at 21. This is why they try to neutralize and undermine people like Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey. This is what they try to do to Brother Malcolm X. If you think about a lot of our leadership, a lot of them were taken out in their 30s. You think about Brother Bernard Powell taken out at 32. You think about Brother Medgar Evers taken out at 37. You think about Brother Malcolm X and Brother MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., they were both taken out at 39. Even if you go across the pond, so to speak, if you go over to Africa, you look at people like Steve Biko taken out in his early 30s. Look at people like Patrice Lumumba, who was the leader of the Congo. The Congo has not been the same since they assassinated and destroyed the body of Patrice Lumumba. He was taken out in his 30s. I believe Nelson Mandela was arrested in his 30s, I'm not mistaken. You think about Thomas Sankara, they took him out in his 30s. So they always taking out brothers in their 30s. And you also got to understand the viciousness of this system that will take out a brother like Bernard Powell. See, the white power structure they always overstand the value and the power of the people that they oppress and they repress. People like Brother Bernard Powell is like the rose that grew out of concrete. They don't supposed to exist. So this is why they try to get rid of these people, because to us they roses, but to the system of white power racism, they are weeds. They need to be cut down in their prime, or even before they reach their prime. So hopefully, if you see this video, if you see this commentary, it will get you more interested in researching the history and the legacy of this beautiful brother who, like in the words of Duke Ellington, he's truly beyond category. And I'm truly upset that I just now found out about this black man, that he actually existed. And as I grow older and more thoughtful, more reflective, I'm sure it's more Bernard Powells and more Fred Hampton singers and more people out there right now. So what we need to do as a people, we need to educate our children and even our older folk, but educate our children especially, because to paraphrase the words of Frederick Douglass, it is much easier to it's much easier to raise strong children than it is to repair broken men. Once again, it is much easier to raise strong children than to repair broken men. And really, your mentality is your reality. It's your mentality that's your reality. Like this brother said so eloquently, he said, ghetto or gold mine. It's either a ghetto or is a gold mine, but the choice is yours. Once again, it could be either a ghetto or it could be a gold mine, but the choice is yours. Please do yourself a favor. Please look up Brother Bernard Powell. Don't make him just a answer to a quiz question in a Black History board game. Continue to make his legacy a living legacy. So this is so important. In the words of great Duke Ellington, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing. You mind giving me an endorsement? You mind giving me an endorsement, like, what do you think about my trumpet playing?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
So what your word of advice to me? What I need to do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You good.
Good?
You good. You good.
Yes, sir.
You good.
What's your name?
Frank Lamont Richardson Sr.
Frank Lamont Richardson Sr. I want to thank you so much, man. In the words of Duke Ellington, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing. I'll be back around here.
I got you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.